What does a narrow strip of water thousands of kilometers away have to do with the money in your pocket? More than you think. Because when global choke points like the Strait of Hormuz are disrupted, your grocery bill, your fuel costs, and even your rent can rise. Today, we're connecting geopolitics to your personal finances and why financial education is no longer optional. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most critical oil transit routes in the world. Roughly 20% of global petroleum passes through this narrow corridor every single day. Now here's the key point. When tensions rise in that region, whether due to conflict, sanctions, or military threats, markets react immediately. Oil prices spike, and when oil prices spike, everything else follows. Why? Because oil isn't just fuel for cars. It's embedded in transportation costs, manufacturing, food production, supply chains. So even if you've never heard of the Strait of Hormuz before today, it's already affecting your cost of living. Let's connect the dots. Higher oil prices, higher transportation costs, higher prices for goods, inflation. Inflation simply means your money buys less than it did before. And here's where most people get caught off guard. Inflation doesn't just raise prices, it silently erodes your purchasing power. If your salary stays the same while prices increase, you're effectively earning less. This is why inflation feels like a hidden tax. Think about your monthly expenses. Groceries, utilities, fuel, rent, or mortgage. Now imagine each of those increasing by 5 to 10%. That's not hypothetical. That's what sustained inflation does. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are financially unprepared for this. They rely on fixed income, savings losing value over time, little to no investment strategy, which means every global shock hits them harder. This is where financial education becomes essential, not optional. Because once you understand how these systems connect, you can respond strategically. Financial literacy helps you protect your purchasing power, understand inflation-resistant assets, make informed investment decisions, avoid panic during market volatility. Instead of reacting emotionally, you start thinking structurally. You stop asking, why is everything so expensive? And start asking, how do I position myself for this environment? So what can you actually do? Start with these fundamentals. 1. Track your real inflation exposure. Your personal inflation rate may be higher than official numbers. 2. Avoid idle cash. Cash loses value during inflationary periods. 3. Learn basic investing principles. You don't need to be an expert, but you do need to understand the basics. 4. Diversify income sources. Relying on a single paycheck increases vulnerability. 5. Stay informed about global events, not obsessively, but enough to understand cause and effect. The Strait of Hormuz might seem distant, abstract, and irrelevant to your daily life, but in reality, it's part of a chain reaction that directly impacts your wallet. In a world where global events shape local prices, financial education isn't a luxury. It's a survival skill. If you found this useful, subscribe for more breakdowns that connect global systems to your personal finances, because the more you understand, the more control you have.